Good. Comment tu fais là?
So, the story of the young YX student that was accidentally shot by police officers in Oyo State in Ibadan is taking a whole new turn because right now the story is changing from what we initially heard. If you recall, around the 20th of May 2025, the video circulating of a man who had seemingly lost his child to a stray bullet of police officers who were said to be chasing Yahoo boys. According to what we were told regarding the video and regarding the chaos surrounding the video, these police officers were going after some group of Yahoo boys while this man was taking his children in his vehicle to their exam center to write their WAEC examination. On the flip side, we're made to believe while the police officers were chasing those Yahoo boys, they fired a shot at them, but one of the shots missed and went to hit the man's vehicle, hitting or striking one of his sons, killing him instantly. And since then, many videos have circulated surrounding the incident. We've seen videos of the man, we've seen people swearing and rioting and protesting against the police. I've even seen a video of people taking the young boy's body to the government house to do something. We've now come to learn that the police officer who fired the shot is under investigation, and then the police are also investigating the situation. But this is where things are now changing because the officers have released video footage that seem to be helping their case. And it's now looking like the first story we heard was a lie. Apparently, it wasn't exactly a stray bullet. It was just a misfire. Because for what it's worth, the police officer who fired the shot was actually aiming at this man's vehicle, his tire specifically. So it turned out that from the video footage that we've seen and the eyewitness testimonies that have come out, the police were not chasing Yahoo boys. They were chasing this man, the father of the WAEC student. He was the one being chased. According to what is coming out now, people gave the road safety people information that somebody was taking a one-way in one of the road at the Alaka Expressway in Ibadan. So it turned out that the man, Mr. Odunayo Alade, was driving. This was around 7:45 a.m. on that Monday along the airport roundabout, Alakia at Delubi Airport Road in Egbeda local government area. So he was driving his children to school, and there was a particular road he was supposed to take, but that seemed to be a longer route. People who have made comments say that the one way was going to be a shorter route for him, and it was going to save him time to be able to take his kids to their exam center. So unfortunately for him, when he was taking that one way, it was said to be that he was driving against traffic. But before he could get to the turning, before he could get to the place where he was supposed to turn into and then go into the original route he was supposed to take, or the shortcut that was supposed to help him get to where he was supposed to take his kids to, the road security people, they call them OYTMA group of people, had already been informed of somebody taking one way. And so from the video footage, we could see in the vehicle where the road safety people were driving towards the man taking the one way, and they blocked the road he was supposed to corner into. In their attempt to stop him, the man decided to take the route behind those officers. But unfortunately for him, he went to hit a vehicle, then hit a sidewalk, before eventually seeing a group of police officers who were behind those road safety people. So there was an actual group of police officers accompanying those road safety people. All this was an attempt to stop this man. And from the video that we saw, it was clear that this man was trying to evade the officers, the police, and anything that was in his way, because he was clearly trying to get away. He didn't stop to have the conversation. He didn't stop. There was even a part where you could see that they opened his vehicle, and that was when somebody in the team of police officers raised their voice and said that there are children in this vehicle. There are young people in this vehicle, and the man continued to drive on. So, from a distance, the police officers tried to fire his car tires. They aimed for the tire, but struck the boot, went straight to the back of the vehicle, passed through the chairs, and striking one of the man's sons, causing him to bleed instantly. And before the ambulance could come, the young man has lost his life. And ever since we now know this is what it was, a lot of people's perspective have changed. People are now blaming the man for driving carelessly and recklessly, despite having his sons in the vehicle, despite having his children in the vehicle. But at the same time, a lot of people still maintain that it did not call for the police to fire. And I'm going to say this, that is the truth. I don't know why or in what situation was it regarded that you had to open fire because the vehicle is getting away. Shouldn't you take down the plate number, basically, or call for more backup, block it up? Because according to the excuses now that the police are giving, they thought the man was now a criminal. Since he was not stopping and he was trying to evade police, they thought it was a case of criminal situation, or a case of a crime that the man has committed and is trying to run away. And they also thought that it was a case of kidnapping. This was an afterthought when they realized that there were young people in the vehicle, that it was a case of kidnapping. And that was why they tried to stop the vehicle by all means, which in turn they ended up hurting somebody they thought they were about to rescue. Because if you thought the man was kidnapping these kids, you firing and misfiring ended up killing somebody you in your head as a police officer thought you were going to rescue and save. My thing would have been for the police to follow him to wherever he's going to. That would have been the smartest thing to do. Don't stress it. Clearly this man has crashed his car, so you can tell that he's going to run into anybody, but don't stress it. Police officers always want to make it seem like when someone is cornered, they shouldn't do anything. But the truth is, if you're cornered by a police officer with gun and you know that you maybe have done something wrong, it's in your spirit to fly and run away. It's there. They are with the guns. And I wish police officers would understand that you guys already have the upper hand. So chill and take it gently. Let the man go and follow behind and see where he is going to. So wherever he's going to, just follow. And I think if they had done so, they would have seen him drop off his kids and then they would have picked him up. I think this man really wanted to get his kids to the exam center on time, because I think the exam would start around 8 and this was around 7:49. So he did not have that much time. He was already running late and he needed the kids to get to the exam hall faster. The truth is, if you ask Mr. Odunayo right now, if he can take a moment and reflect on everything that has happened, he would see that it would have been better he got to the exam hall late than for all of this to happen. Let's just face it. Yes, the police have their own to be blamed. Yes, everybody should be accountable for their actions. This is what it's supposed to be. Nobody is right. The police officer that accidentally fired should be punished. But this man, the father of this young boy, should also look at his actions and see that if he wasn't doing too much, all of this would not have happened. It's not rocket science. It's simple action and repercussion. It's like, look at it now. If he was told that all of this would happen, I guess he would have been better he got to the exam hall by 12 in the afternoon. It would have even been better the children didn't write that exam. If he was told ahead of time that, hey, you're going to do this, you're going to make these choices to drive one way and drive recklessly, and then the police are going to make their choice to shoot recklessly, he will sit his kids in the house and they will eat and they will go and learn carpentry. Education will be done and over with. Because when you look at it, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it. It really wasn't. It's one of those things that you just got to know that it wasn't worth it. And to be honest too, if I was in that position already, I would have stopped the instant I was blocked and have a conversation, beg and pay, or at least get my kids in an Uber to take them to the exam hall while the police officers take me to wherever they want to take me to. You can't be reckless with kids in your vehicle. That is something that we've always said. When you have other people in your vehicle, You don't play Fast and Furious. You don't play Grand Theft Auto with your kids in the vehicle. You don't do that. It's reckless. And some people, you can't even blame the police for reacting, because again, they were aiming for the tires and they missed. So it's not as if they opened fire on the vehicle and sprayed it. I think they were trying to shoot the tire to stop, because the man wouldn't stop. Despite the road safety people have told you to stop, you crashed into a vehicle, you crashed into the roadside. The police officers have blocked you, you're still running through them. They're trying to open the door, you're still fighting them. It's scary and suspicious. It's making it look like you got something that you're hiding. Ah, my God. To be honest, I feel like they would have understood the one way. I feel like if he had stopped the first time, they would have understood that, yes, you are taking your kids and that road is very long and it makes sense, but don't do it again, or take a ticket or pay this amount of money. It's what it is. The internet is divided now. Many people are blaming the man and some people are still blaming the police, that the police did not have to shoot. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Let's talk. What do you think, or who do you think is at fault? I've already said my own part. I feel like both would have to play a role in whatever they did. If anybody is mostly at fault, it would be the man, obviously. It would be the father, Mr. Odunayo. It would be you, unfortunately. I hate to blame you, but you give us no option. I was rooting for you. I was already, when we heard the first story, I was already one of those people like, nah, the police got to suffer. The police got to be dealt with. But to see the video footage of you doing all the things you did and to hear that that was what you did, it's hard not to see that the police would have to react. You can't fight people with guns. It's one thing if you were driving and they didn't even chase you or something, but then to do all the things you did, I mean, but at the same time, a life has been lost and the officer who misfired has to pay. It's what it is. He misfired and so he has killed somebody. So right now, whatever way they want to judge it in court, I don't expect it to be a first-degree murder case. I don't expect it to be anything. I think it's one of those sentencing that would be like, what, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years maximum. But he killed someone. He killed somebody. So I don't know. Who told you to fire? Who gave you the instruction? You wanted to show yourself. Now you don't even know how to aim a tire. So go to jail, because now you've killed somebody. Just because the man made the choices he made doesn't mean you got to get away with it. So whatever video evidence you guys want to pull out, pull out. But that man who fired the gun should be held accountable and be punished for it. Mr. Ogundaya has already suffered enough punishment. He has lost his son. So I don't think there's any punishment worse than that. So the person who did kill the son right now should face his own punishment.